Scriptures tell us when people lived in the mountains of Ramales, south of San Felipe Tlaltepec, there was a beautiful woman with long, thin hair. This woman constantly heard that someone was speaking to her. Once, when she was in a waterfall called Agua de la Pasastle, she heard again that mysterious voice, and she turned quickly and she was able to see a huge and beautiful deer. At first she was frightened, but then the deer inspired her tranquility and confidence. The encounter was repeated other times. The deer was falling in love with her. When the couple met somewhere on the mountain and the deer late arrived, she impatiently went to look him. As a result of this strange love, she became pregnant with that deer. 9 months passed and the woman gave birth to a boy. Because she was the son of a woman and a deer, that child was called in Popoloca Shihu, which means man deer in Nahuatl. He was known as Masatzin, honorable deer. The woman and the deer agreed to hide the child who his father was, and they did. Masatzin grew up knowing nothing of his father. As the boy grew older, his mother admired him more and more. He ran and jumped with such great agility as a true deer, and was endowed with strange powers. It is said that on one occasion, Masatzin, he thought of taking a river to the Addis land of Popolocas. By means of an underground tunnel, he led a vein to the sea of his town. When he thought he was about to arrive, he came to the surface to get his bearings. He then saw two men walking around and asked them if they still had a long way to reach his village. He described the place and told them that it was a place where there are many trees. They responded that it only had to advance a little more and would find a safe place. Masatzin drove the subterranean river according to the direction he had been given. When he thought he had arrived, he released the water he had brought with him. But he realized that this was not his people. He had mistaken a place, and that mistake arose there a lagoon that still exists today. It's Laguna de Patlan, and is near San Felipe Xochitepec. Immediately, Masatzin entered the land again to bring the water to its destination. Finally arrived at his town, came to live by the east, by the place called Hill of the Otate. Before releasing the water, he sat under the shade of a tree and reflected that it was not advisable to let the water flow there, for it was too much and could destroy the houses of those who lived near that hill. While finding the solution of the problem, Masatzin decided to leave the water enclosed in the hill.
Currently in that area, there are trees and plants that always remain green, and people say that down when everything is crying inside there. You can hear the sound of water that is inside the hill. This water crosses the Cordillera del Cerro del Otate and flows to the south of the village in place called Ameyaltepec, which in Nahuatl means on the hill of the waterfall. Masatsi always looked for the way to help its people. By that spirit observed was choice rules of the manner. Also known as the Pejig obtained the degree Motekutsoma. In Nahuatl, this denominates the people with characters and attitude to be leaders. That's why it's also known as Masatsi Motekutsoma. The place where Masatsi used to rule and recreate today is known as Paraje de Moctezuma. Is a place near San Felipe or Caltepec. Masatsi Moctezuma barely defends his people against the people who threatened the safety of the Popolocas. This is the case of the neighbors of Cuauhtlacucan, who allied themselves with the Mexican that at that time invaded the region of the control of Moctezuma Xocox. During the Spanish invasion, the foreigners forced the Popolocas of the different places near the native land of Masaxi to leave their homes to concentrate all in. He prayed of trees of guaje so that facilitate catechization and control of people. In order to convert them to Christianity, the Spaniards ordered the natives to build a temple. It occurred to Masatsi then to obtain a temple already built and to take it to its earth to prevent that his own built ones. Masatsi crossed the region in search of a temple. When he arrived at Rituanda, which in Nahuatl is named Itzcuan, saw that the cathedral of the place was already finished. They prepared to steal the building previously and removed the clerk from the bills so they would not stop at the transfer. When Masati found it was the right moment, he lifted the temple to take it away. But at that moment he saw a bell. It was the treasure that the settlers had just installed the people of the beach. Very immediately disturbed, and soon they went to see what was happening in the rush to flee. Matsatsu left the temple in a position different from the original. The locals caged him with the intention of lynching him, but he escaped them. He became there to be able to flee. Because of this event, the cathedral of Santo Domingo is located from north to south and not from east to west like the other temples of the region, according to the shared explanation of the inhabitants of San Felipe Oclaltepec and those of Izúcar de Matamoros. They said that to remember that thanks to the treasure Izúcars keep their cathedral. They usually drink only on holidays and not ordinary days.
It is said that Matatzin Motecuzoma married and had children. One of them was Quetzaltzin Motecuzoma, whom the Spaniards baptized with the name of Juan Moctezuma. Other daughter of Mastatzin was Doña Inés Motecuzoma, who inherited from his father the lands that later formed the town of Santa Inés Aguatempan. It is said that one day Mazatzin took his bow and his arrows and went hunting in a place called Barranca Hueso. The young man found a large deer, stalked him, and killed him with a crush. He detached him and took him to the house for food. Meanwhile, his mother was in the waterfall, was filling her pitcher, when suddenly the image of a deer appeared in the water, and she said, "Do not eat me." She was frightened, but she did not give more importance to the subject. She cooked herself without suspecting anything. The woman took a piece and tried in that moment from the branch of a tree. A bird sang like this: "You eat your beloved, you eat your beloved." It was then that she understood what was happening. She said to her son, "He killed your father. He was your father." They say that in a certain place the woman was prostrate on the ground, mourning her misfortune. In an inexplicable way, she became a mountain. Today the Popolocas call her Loma Viuda, and it is still part of the region's geography. From Antatzin it is said that he has not died. He travels in the mountains, he walks around his people and tries to help those who need him. He's like the air, he's fast, travels great distance in a single step. Mazatzin is a time in his space origin. Also travels over Popoloca towns, even traveled to Juba, that is Mexico City, to visit its people.